So I'm at Heceta Head today. It's about 2-3 hours until low tide. It's already only 2 feet above standard water line, and a lot of stuff in this kind of riffraff here is starting to get exposed. There's some anemones down there, and there's already a starfish that I can see over there. So hopefully that's a good sign for what I'll be able to see out here. I'm gonna be careful. I obviously can't go past that sign over there on that rock, but I'm sure there'll be plenty to look at over the next hour or two. Don't want to be out here too late, but today's probably my best chance of seeing cool stuff in the tide pool areas with the king tides going on. From here on out, it's just going to be later and later into the night when it's actually going to be at its lowest. So I'll see what I can see. Oh, there's a shrimp. There's a shrimp right there. Good sign. There's a bunch of anemone over here in this spot. I don't know how much they're gonna be underwater in a little bit. It kind of drains from this one spot here, this little tiny waterfall, but that should stay pretty well contained. I'm surprised with how far out these sections of bare rock and sand go. Usually these rocks are just all covered in barnacles and stuff, so hopefully that's a good sign that I'll be able to get around pretty easily. Won't have to worry about stepping on barnacles and stuff, because they're really supposed to mitigate that as much as possible. I mean, they are living things. But anyway, I want to keep looking around. All right, headed back to the car for a bit, swapped out my GoPro battery, and grabbed my headlamp, just in case it gets a little bit darker than I anticipate. But should be all set to hang out here for a little while. I love the lights that they have up on the, I don't remember what that place is called. The house, like bed and breakfast portion of the lighthouse here. It has a name, it's like the captain's quarters or something. But anyway, I love the lights they have up there, and I have to remind myself to check out some of the Christmas light displays while I'm home. I think I'm gonna head back home right before Christmas. I still have to book my plane ticket and everything, but yeah, be another decent expense, but it's worth it just to be home for the holidays. I've got enough money that I don't really have to worry about it right now. But anyway, back to tide pooling. It's dropped about another foot since I walked back up, so I'll try and see if there's anything else that I can get to. It looks like it actually kind of opened up quite a bit more sand beneath that rock layer, so I might be able to access that pretty well. It's also misty right now, so I've got my rain jacket on, and it's not cold though, so that should be good. Hopefully I can find some cool stuff. I think there's a bunch of sculpins in here. They just freaked out when I walked over. They might all be hiding now, but oh yeah, sculpins are what you usually see, at least what I usually see around here. So that's probably them darting in and out there. Just babies. Yeah, here there's a whole bunch of anemone. So they must stay pretty comfortable normally. I still only seen that one sea star, which I don't even know where it's at. It's somewhere higher up here, I think. But let's see if I can find another one. I really want to find some sea slugs, nudibranchs, those, but they're usually very, very small and clinging to seaweed and algae, stuff like that. But I'll take what I can get. Out here there's a few more starfish. I think there's one under that rock over there. There's that dude just hanging out. Maybe a couple tucked around some corners, but Still looking. A bit more going on down here. There's a big old sea star and anemone party hanging out. That guy looks like he has like 8 arms or something. I don't know if that's a specific species. I need to pick up a little tide pool booklet for the different species that are around here. And a couple more guys hanging out down here. Oh, there's a little one. Pretty neat. Heading away from that section right now. Might go back to it. I want to check. There's a sea lion out there playing in the surf. I want to check over this section here. I don't know if there's much to look at, but we'll see if there's anything good. Looks like I'm not going to be able to see much. The river here is just too active, and it clings a lot closer to the rocks than I thought it would. I thought I might have a couple spots that I can kind of hop over it, but nope, it's staying over here. So, oh well, I'll head back over to the other section and see if I can get a little further down on that lower portion by the sand. Really pretty seeing the lighthouse though. Getting to that time of twilight where you can start to see the beam going across. Ah, I love that lighthouse. So cool though. Another whole bunch of sculpin that were over here. I missed all of them again. They just go and hide under the rocks. I want to figure out what that red plant is, or it might be a, it's probably a type of kelp or something. I don't know. I really need to study up on my tide pool life. It's getting pretty dark. It's right around sunset right now, which means it's already 1 foot below the water line, and it's got another foot to go. I don't know. I might pop back out into this area right here one more time, but I don't know. The chop on those waves is starting to pick up, it looks like, so I'm not too keen on hanging out in that. Definitely don't want to have to use my headlamp, but since it's sunset right now, it's going to get dark pretty fast. But yeah, it was pretty good. A little bummed that I didn't get to see as much, but I think this portion of the coast, it's just harder to see that kind of stuff. And plus, I don't have anyone to hang out with that's really like lived in the area, knows a lot of good spots, and also just has that marine biology understanding of the saltwater tide pools. But anyway, it was pretty cool. So hopefully I can come back out another time and go tide pooling again. I really want to go out with like a group and stuff, but we'll see if that ever transpires. My headlamp's actually pretty good at putting out enough light to see out here. I mean, it's still pretty light out, but I can obviously see the difference. It's better than my old one. I don't know, maybe another time I'll try and break this out. I really do want to go out with a crew that's just like either a volunteer thing for a research study, like maybe with South Slough. Oh, there's a dead crab. Bummer. But yeah, either like a research crew or just a fun thing to do. I'm sure that they have them, maybe not as much this time of year for the coast, but it would just be really cool to go on a tour and see what kind of stuff a professional can point out. Maybe someday, but I'll take what I got for today and call it good. Finally found a close-up, one of the little shrimps here. He's just hanging out. He's pretty chill. I feel like they were a lot more active earlier. I don't know if they really calmed down at night or what. He's just hanging out. Pretty cool. I just found this big old dude hanging in here. I'm assuming he's alive because he's all tucked up in there. All the other dead crabs that I've seen have just been kind of sitting on the beach. He's also really big. Like, that's my hand basically next to him. He's a pretty good guy. He'd probably be Probably be a keeper, but I'm not gonna mess with him. He looks pretty happy there. I think that crab's the last cool thing I'm gonna see tonight. That was just that little section behind the rocks here. Everything that's closer to the water, it's getting all drained out anyway, so the back section is what's actually catching, keeping the water up there for the stuff to live in. But anyway, it was really cool. I feel like I've done a end clip like 5 times now, but we'll get some video at the lighthouse and the keeper's quarters. You can see the light go by on the cliff here. Oh, there it goes. And I just stepped into a big old puddle. All right, well, yep. I think that's about it for tonight. Maybe another time I'll try and come out.